Welcome back to CBS Mornings. A married couple is suing a fertility clinic and its owner over an IVF mix-up that led two women to give birth to the other person's baby. Daphne and Alexander Cardinale accuse the clinic of breach of contract and medical malpractice. Now, they say the clinic and its owner handed their embryo to a third-party lab without their knowledge. This lawsuit alleges that the lab had a history of mishandling the embryos. Mireya Villarreal spoke to the couple who say the mistake has left them with lasting damage.
It wasn't so easy, naturally, for us for the second one.
After having their first child, Daphne and Alexander Cardinale needed help having a second. Using in vitro fertilization, they got pregnant and welcomed a baby girl in September 2019. But immediately, Alexander felt something was wrong.
When was the point where you said, something's not right?
I had a weird, sort of a gut reaction when she was born. It wasn't anything logical. It was just like a instinct, like a gut, like something didn't feel right.
The baby didn't resemble either parent and appeared to be of a different race. After 2 months of growing doubts, they ordered a DNA test.
What was it like opening those results?
The whole thing feels so, terrifying, just numb.
The test confirmed their worst fear. The infant was not their biological daughter.
When I found out she wasn't mine, so I poured more love into her. I was just so scared I was going to lose her, which I ultimately did.
Daphne was implanted with a stranger's embryo who in turn received theirs. That woman, who wishes to remain anonymous, gave birth a week later to the Cardinale's biological daughter. The babies were 4 months old when this was all figured out, and the process of returning the children to their biological parents began. The Cardinales had to break the news to their older daughter, Olivia.
Having to tell her that her 4-month-old baby sister wasn't really her sister, and that there was another baby that... It was just a whole... How do you say that to a 5-year-old? And we struggled with that for so long. We finally told her, and... I think it's really profoundly changed her.
The Cardinale family is now suing their physician, the California Center for Reproductive Health, and a third-party embryology lab for alleged misconduct, including medical malpractice and negligence. According to the complaint, CCRH thought that the embryos had gotten mixed up when an embryology lab in vitro tech was taking biopsies to send in for genetic testing. In January of 2020, the Cardinales brought home their biological daughter, Zoe, for good. A bittersweet moment that also brought a sense of guilt and loss over the baby they gave away.
When we brought Zoe home, and we didn't know her, so we had to learn her and then track all of that stuff. Like, I watched her have to switch slowly from caring and tracking for one baby to another, almost like mourning a child, even though she wasn't.
The couple says they're now fighting for accountability.
Someone needs to take responsibility for this mistake.
The Cardinales say they keep in touch with the other family and visit them a couple times a month, including birthdays and holidays. We did reach out to the physician, the clinic, and the lab named in this lawsuit, but have yet to hear back from any of them. Nate?
Mireya, thank you so much. That is an unbelievable story.
Really feel for
Gosh,
Daphne.
I'd feel so angry and so sad at the same time. Listen, baby Luca, Kirby, favorite daughter, Kirby's son, also known as my grandson, is only 7 weeks old, and I see how much you bond so quickly. Plus, imagine the baby you gave birth to wasn't yours, so all the kicking wasn't your baby. And now you have to deal with that. But I'm glad that if it has to happen, that it's 4 months, the baby won't remember.
It's early enough.
It's early enough, but the parents will never forget.
Yeah, and you're never going to get those 3 months back.
No,
either,
you're not.
With your baby. That father thinking to himself, something's not right, but maybe I'm just, thinking things. It's a hard time in your life in general. You're not sleeping. And then to get that answer, can you imagine opening that envelope?
Right.
Wow.
It puts it in perspective. It's like mourning the loss of one and then learning an entirely new baby.
That sums it up.
Yeah, Mireya, great stuff.